We also have major developments in the case of the man accused of killing his ex-girlfriend, who was released on bail. Tonight, he is back behind bars.
Shane Casado was let out on bail last week, but the judge reversed that decision this morning. 2 News Side's Emily Lampa was in court today and explains what led to today's decision.
A brief taste of freedom for Shane Casado, now over. Last Wednesday, Judge John Mahalski granted the 24-year-old bail, and 8 days later, he took it away.
Based upon Ms. Morgan, your application, and the fact that I have now reviewed the grand jury minutes, the weight of the evidence is substantial against the defendant. I am going to revoke bail.
And with that, Casado was handcuffed and taken out of court. There were a lot of tears and hugs among family and friends of the victim after the hearing adjourned. It was back in November when Casado was arrested for the shooting death of his former girlfriend, 22-year-old Rachel Wierzbicki. He had been in jail for 3 months before posting bail last week. The defense used his appearance at court today as proof that he wasn't a flight risk.
Mr. Casado posted that bail and is standing next to me here today. The purpose of bail is to make sure that Mr. Casado is in court, and he's here today, Judge.
But Erie County District Attorney John Flynn says there was a major hole in the defense's argument.
They did not give the court the full picture. Their argument asking for bail was twofold: 50% family ties, 50% employment ties. And like I say, 50% of that argument was not exactly true.
Casado worked for Community Services for Everyone prior to the murder as a manager of a group home. The defense argued that Casado was on leave and that the job was being held for him. A state investigator determined that wasn't the case.
The arguments on March 6th were incomplete at best and misleading.
There was no condition set on Mr. Casado that he return to work. He's followed all those bail conditions, and he's here in front of Your Honor today. There was no misrepresentation made by the defense.
If the defendant wasn't going to go back to work after his release, arguing his employment status during a bail motion would have zero relevancy.
Casado is innocent until proven guilty, but he faces up to life in prison if convicted of second-degree murder.
This defendant's character is at issue. Look at the character of the defendant displayed when he decided to shoot an unarmed female less than 10 feet away with a loaded .22 rifle after a verbal argument. His actions were violent, they were extreme, and completely unjustified.
Casado will spend the next 5 months behind bars, waiting for his trial to start. The judge confirmed today that it is now set for August 12th. Emily Lampa, Channel 2 News.